With Daredevil Born Again having just finished a phenomenal season, it brought back quite a few of the original characters, for better or for worse. R.I.P. Foggy. And while it was great to see some of these familiar faces, the show managed to tie it into the MCU better than it had been before. Yet, it also left quite a few of our favorite supporting cast members behind. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Every new sub helps us achieve our goal and keeps us motivated to create new content. With that being said, I'm your host, Jamie, and here are 10 characters still missing in Daredevil Born Again. Number 1, Melvin Potter. The big lug with a bigger heart. Last we saw him, he was forced to work for Fisk, and only did as he was told because the Kingpin threatened the love of his life, Betsy. While Daredevil warned Betsy to get out of town, we don't ever see Melvin again. In the past seasons, Melvin not only crafted Daredevil's various suits for him, but also that super sweet Billy Club, all tricked out so that Matt can zap around the city in a heartbeat and knock out his opponents with ease. As far as we saw, he still uses it in Born Again, so no one has been able to do it better. Yet, we also saw in She-Hulk that Daredevil has gotten a new tailor, a fashionably quirky guy named Luke, who seems to make super suits for several heroes like Edna Mode from The Incredibles. So what does that mean for Melvin? It would be nice if we got even an offhand remark about his fate. Number 2, Elektra Natchios. The last time Elektra graced us with her sultry tones and seductive ways was fighting the Hand during the Defenders when the building fell on her and Daredevil. Now obviously, Daredevil survived, and since this isn't the first time Elektra has come back from the dead, it wouldn't be too far-fetched that she could have survived as well. As the saying goes, a character isn't dead until we see the body. But in the MCU, even a dead body doesn't mean much. Just look at Nick Fury or Agent Coulson. While Elektra's character arc has pretty much come full circle, at least when it comes to Matt Murdock, there's still plenty left for her to do, especially looking at other MCU films like Shang-Chi, which at the end, we saw his sister take over the Ten Rings group, a rival organization to the Hand. Whether or not they are up to no good still remains to be seen, as we haven't gotten word of a sequel yet. But who knows? Elektra popping up as an infiltrator, or even joining as a high-value member, could be interesting. She's essentially the Punisher, but with swords and knives instead of guns. So it would be kind of cool to see her fight with a legend like Shang-Chi himself. Number 3, Claire Temple. Nicknamed the Night Nurse, she pretty much patched up all the street-level heroes in the MCU, and then she just disappeared. Clearly, Rosario Dawson isn't done with Disney yet, as she appeared in the live-action Ashoka miniseries. So I'm surprised. Even if for just one scene, she didn't make an appearance. Still working at the hospital, keeping Hell's Kitchen from bleeding out. We've seen Matt get his ass whooped more than once in the new series. So who patches him up now? Or did he somehow gain an enhanced human healing factor on the level of Captain America? Either way, it would be a pleasure seeing her on screen. Maybe even in a relationship with another hero or linked to a new character in some way. Number 4, Blake Tower. Blake Tower started off as kind of a weasel in the district attorney's office, but then managed to turn it around and help put a stop to the Inside Corporation, while also keeping Fisk behind bars. That is, until he didn't. In Season 3, we watch him as he plays party politics to stay in office, and kind of lets Fisk slip through his fingers, while good old Foggy puts his hat in the race to shake things up. Then, nothing. As far as we know, Tower held on to his position, and yet neither Hawkeye or Echo show him having any kind of presence, which allowed Kingpin to retake his reins. You want to like the guy, but Foggy was right when he debated with him during the endorsement dinner, calling him out on his jaded view of the law and his bullshit reasoning of why it's just not worth fighting because there will always be another bad guy ideology. Yet, that being said, in the post-snap world of the MCU, with more and more enhanced humans popping up and even Fist's own mayoral anti-vigilante initiative, it's curious that Tower hasn't made a peep, either as some disgruntled ex-governmental official or from another branch entirely, such as governor, perhaps? Number 5, Turk Barrett. This chicken shit goofball was always a highlight of the episodes he was featured in. Turk is basically a CI. While he manages to get in tight with some of the scariest criminal underworld types, he's also somehow incredibly moronic. A criminal who just loves getting caught. The last time we saw this buffoon was in The Punisher, where he helped Frank get his hands on some firepower, but also gave up a few guys Frank was looking for. And then, as far as I can tell, he made himself permanently skittish. That, or he finally ended up dead or incarcerated for life. Number 6, Marcy Stahl. The woman who was going to marry Foggy Nelson and just never did. She fit him, and he fit her. They were good for each other, more than any of the other couples we've witnessed in the former Netflix Marvel shows. But curiously, when Foggy Nelson died, you'd think she'd be one of the people who'd showed up to the funeral, right? And yet she was nowhere to be seen. Now maybe she left New York, or maybe she was one of the many people displaced during the snap, so she's had a totally different life since, or maybe she died. The question is, will we ever find out? With Foggy seemingly returning in the next season, dead or alive, maybe we'll get our answers then. Number 7, Detective Brett Mahoney. Every good superhero needs a friend on the force. And for at least 2 seasons of Daredevil, that was Detective Brett Mahoney. He did make a brief appearance in season 3, but only to help Foggy promote his anti-Fisk DA campaign, which I guess makes sense since that season mostly revolved around the FBI instead of the local PD. But now with Daredevil Born Again, given that the main storyline involves corrupt police officers, and Bibi looking into the death of her Uncle Ben, it's curious that Mahoney doesn't get at least a mention, since he was on that case. Yet it's been years. He could have retired or been promoted and then fired in the same wave of layoffs when Fisk became mayor. But he was an integral supporting character to the Daredevil team, so he should get some kind of swan song. Number 8, Maggie Murdock. A witty nun and the mother of our very own Matt Murdock, she played a big part in season 3 of Matt coming to terms with his dual lifestyle. And now with Born Again, Matt is once again back to the self-flagellating, God-cursing emo phase. And so you'd think he would at least head to the church or something and look for consolation from his mother. After all, when he struggled with the idea of justice versus killing Fisk, it was she who held him from going over the brink. And since the new series starts off with him throwing Poindexter off a rooftop in an attempt to kill him, Matt needs someone who can speak to him from a no-bullshit point of view. Maybe Disney just wants to circumvent the heavy religious aspect of the Daredevil character to not upset the many conservative Christian viewers. But I think it would be more interesting if they challenged those views even deeper. Number 9, Jennifer Walters. The infamous She-Hulk. Her show was ranked one of the worst MCU shows, right along with Secret Invasion. And sadly, just like the latter show, everything from She-Hulk seems to have been stricken from the record. See what I did there? Well, I give props to the devil of Hell's Kitchen for not only taming the Green Beastress, but also giving his all to her human alter ego. We sadly never really got to see those two face off in court. Something I had hoped would be a big part of her show, especially after the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, where he ends up representing Spidey and Happy. Now, we did get to see him do his best to defend White Tiger, even if he did break some legal decorum and bend some court rules. But last we saw of Jennifer is she too was out there defending Mass and prosecuting scumbags. So what gives? Did she just flee the country? Number 10, Jessica Jones. As much as I like the new character Cherry as Daredevil's go-to independent researcher, nothing beats good investigating like Jessica Jones' private eye. We know she's still out there and that Kristen Ritter is chomping at the bit to return to the Marvel world. So where is she? She could have easily filled that role, but maybe her having enhanced human strength made her to OP to be investigating for Daredevil. Then again, we never actually see Cherry do any of his investigating, and he always seems to come up with plenty of leads and evidence without any trouble. Maybe he's secretly a Skrull? We did get the alien race name dropped in the episode with the caramel corn thief, so we do know they are still on Earth living amongst the humans. But this entry is about Jessica Jones, and all I can say is, girl, you got some work to do. Here's hoping she shows her beautiful face in the next season, with all that charm and sarcastic wit that we love so much about her. Maybe she'll knock boots with the devil as well. The man has a way with the ladies. Thanks for checking out the video. Did we leave any characters off the list? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tap that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. You can reach out to us on Twitter or X at StudiosFat, or chat with us on Discord, linked below. We're also now on Blue Sky. You can find us at studiosfat.bsky.social, which will also link below. If you're really enjoying our content and want to help support us, click that join button for exclusive content, rewards, and perks. Make sure to check out our very own merch store located at fatninja.shop. All proceeds go towards our next film project, so we'd greatly appreciate it. I've been your host, Jamie. Thanks again, and take care, my lovelies.